Hi, I was down outside of Savannah, Georgia, shearing some alpacas at a farm, and I thought I would share with you how I shear them. I also shear llamas this way as well, but there were none available at this farm, so alpacas are gonna have to do. But starting it off, we uh, we basically hook up these ropes, one set to their back legs and one to their front legs, and pull them to the ground. And doesn't put a lot of tension on it, but it does keep them stretched out. We do this for two reasons. One, it's a lot safer for us while we shear. That way they're not kicking. The llamas and alpacas, they don't really bite too much, but and spitting, of course, is just, it's gross, but it's not harmful. But it's mainly to keep them from kicking, because they can break bones, or they've got claws on their at the end of their toes that can really cut you open. So it's really a safety factor for everybody around, including them, because if with those high-speed clippers, with the very high RPMs, if they were to move at the wrong moment, they could really get cut pretty bad. So, but anyways, this is how we shear. It only takes 7 or 8 minutes or so to shear one from start to finish. I do apologize for in this video. It was a white alpaca, and she's very she had a really nice fleece, but just due to the lighting and stuff, some of it might not show up too well. But as you notice, we're bagging him in two separate bags. It's called the saddle area, which is the area of their body between or inside their back legs and their front legs, that where a saddle would go on a horse. That saddle area is considered the prime portion of the fleece or the fiber, and so we shear that section, and goes in one bag, and then the front third of the alpaca and that back third of the alpaca go into a second bag, which they call the seconds. So you have the primary cut and then the seconds cut. Anyways, I mean, it's all usable. It's all usable fiber. It's just that prime saddle area is going to normally be used for is going to yield the best quality fiber from that animal for that year. So if you're wanting to either sell it or make higher end either garments or yarn or something, it's going to generally come from that saddle area. There's a lot of variation in shearing alpacas and llamas. Some people just want the saddle area sheared and leave the rest natural, if you will. Some people want you to shear the entire body from head to toe. Some want a nice pom-pom around the head and on the bottoms of the legs. But at this farm here, he has a problem with snakes. And so what we do is we leave the lower half of the legs with the fiber on, and after a couple years it gets semi-dense, and so it kind of leaves a buffer, so that if a snake were to bite the alpaca, they'd get a mouthful of hair instead of latching on and doing damage. So he claims he gets some pretty good success. He's had alpacas for quite a while, and he lost one or two at the very beginning due to snakes, and ever since he's made that switch, he hasn't had an issue since. So he's very happy with it, and for me, I'm fine. I'm fine with it because it's just a little bit less fiber to shear off and do, so saves me a little bit of work. But anyways, this alpaca, they always seem thin after you shear them, and it's not because they're underfed or everything. She's in really good condition. It's just alpacas in general are very lean. They don't carry a lot of fat on them, so all that fiber, might be 3 or 4 inches long on each side, so they look an extra, foot or half foot wider than they are, and then when they get sheared off, they look super lean and almost not quite anorexic looking, but just very lean. And some people don't like that, but it's just the way they look. Alpacas come in all different colors, by the way: brown, black, white, gray, spotted. Some look like giraffe coloring, where it's like browns and white spots and all kinds of cool colors and multicolors. We roll them over too, by the way, and shear the other side. And then normally what I have people do is either they're going to trim the hooves, or I trim the toenails, sorry, not the hooves. Give any shots if need be. Normally you want to have all this stuff done all at one time, that way because it's not extremely stressful for the alpaca, but they're not going to want to be touched for a few days, and since we're having a hold of them, might as well do everything at once. So some farms worm them, or any kind of shots or medication, or sometimes they might neuter them, or whatever has to be done. It's best to do it all at once and get it done and over with. But if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Just leave a comment below. And I'm also going to be posting a video of how to trim llama and alpaca toenails, and I'll post a link below if you want to watch that.